Okay, babies, I know it's been a minute. Those that follow me on Facebook has been on my neck, babes, okay? On my neck. Like, I ain't seen no Tuesday message. Where the Tuesday messages at? Where, hello, did you forget about the Tuesday messages? And I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody calm down. So I'm back, y'all. I'm back with the Tuesday message. I'm so sorry, okay? I had need that little mini hiatus. I needed that, but we back and we gonna get into it. A majority of my channel, we talk about books, we talk about people, we showcase day in the lives and everything like that. But because I am a very spiritual person and I believe in also feeding your spirit as well as every other facet of your life, I do like to dedicate at least one day out of the week to just pouring into not only myself, but into my subscribers as well. So if this is not your cup of tea, that is absolutely fine, y'all. You can head over to my playlist. Every single thing that I offer on this channel is in my playlist, okay? And I'm also very consistent with every single thing that I post on my channel. So you can go over there and catch a vibe for whatever it is that brought you here. But for those that are ready to tap in and get these messages, let's go ahead and get into it. Sunrise fam, welcome back to my channel, everybody. And if you're new here, definitely go ahead and pull up a seat, get your hot tea, get your, you know what I'm saying, and just come vibe out. Sometimes it is okay, more times than not, it's a little bit chaotic over here on this channel, like I tell y'all in every single video. However, it's a vibe over here, all right? If it ain't nothing else, you definitely gonna catch a vibe every single time you clock in. Before we get any further, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance if y'all hear my children in the background. Y'all know I'm a stay-at-home mom. They be around here doing their thing, okay? So just bear with me, ignore them like I be trying to do. Okay, y'all, so we are currently in Capricorn season still. So understand that these messages can be for anybody, despite us tapping into Capricorn energy. These messages could be for anybody just solely because as a collective, we are all going through Capricorn season together, okay? Everybody's going to be affected in any kind of way, in some kind of way, due to whatever it is that's going on in the atmosphere. It's just a given. However, if you do have Capricorn placements, if Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Stellium placements, this may resonate with you a little bit more, okay? So just know that. Yo, I do apologize that I'm on my floor, okay? Usually when I do these type of readings, I'm sitting at my desk, but my desk has a shit ton of books on it right now. I have to reorganize. I got my plants up there that I gotta repot. It's books that need to go on the shelf, so I have to reorganize the whole shelf or whatever like that. So we on the floor with it, y'all. So just, you know, vibe out, admire the background, because, you know, a majority of y'all, this is what y'all here for. So love the books in the background, and we just gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna pull out some affirmations for y'all first. And keep in mind that time and energy is fluid, okay? So anything that comes out can be past, present, or future based, just depending on the energy that you're currently sitting in or whatever energy is currently surrounding you at this time, whatever you're focused on at this time. And also understand that you do have free will, okay? So nothing that we talk about today is set in stone. Nothing that we talk about today is the end all be all. Everything is subject to change based on your own actions, your own thoughts, your own feelings, so on and so forth, okay? So if you don't like something that comes out, you have the ability to change it, okay? It's just that simple. You have free will. You have the ability to change it. But if you do resonate and vibe with whatever it is that is being spoken on, embody that energy. Embody that energy so you stay in alignment with the frequency going forward, okay? So let's go ahead and get the affirmations out. for Capricorn season. Capricorn season is almost over, y'all. We got like, I think 2 more weeks before it ends. But I'm still going to give y'all this energy regardless. All right. So we have, I'm going to switch it up a little bit because this deck was specifically made for women. But I'm going to switch up the terminology because I do have some male figures that watch my channel too. So it says, I release the desire to compare myself to other women, but we're going to say to others in general, okay? So I release the desire to compare myself to others, all right? That is the affirmation for Capricorn season. Not comparing yourself to others. And, you know, that's not necessarily shocking because I personally have a Capricorn rising, but I also have a Capricorn stellium, okay? So I do embody not only a lot of Scorpio energy, a lot of Sagittarius energy, but I also embody a lot of Capricorn energy. And one thing about Capricorns is when they are focused, they are focused. When they are driven, they are driven. When they are trying to get something done, they gonna get it done. Like, they're not playing no games. But the downfall when it comes to Capricorns, a lot of the times is, sometimes it is comparison to other people and to other people's successes. And it's also just an energy of, I guess we could say, inadequacy. Sometimes Capricorns do feel inadequate in certain instances, depending on the situation. But for the most part, when it comes to Capricorn energy, it's very easy to be pessimistic, okay? It's very easy to get in a pessimistic energy when things aren't going your way, when things aren't happening as fast as you would like it to happen, when things aren't being done in the way that you would do them or that you would want them to be done. You know what I mean? Or when you know that you've put in so much time, so much effort, so much work, so much energy, and nothing's shaking and baking for you, but you're watching others live out the dream that you have for yourself, you know? And that's not to say that you are hating, because two things can be true at once, right? You could be happy for others while simultaneously upset about your own situation and why you feel like you're not flourishing. You know what I mean? So within saying that, throughout Capricorn season, you're being told to be mindful of the way you compare yourself to others. There's really only one you. Just because somebody is doing what you're doing doesn't mean that you can't do it. Just because you aren't there yet doesn't mean that you're not going to get there, right? So release the desire to compare yourself to others, okay? So the next thing that we're going to get into is the overall energy for Capricorn season right now. Okay, so overall energy for Capricorn season. And I'll make sure y'all see whatever comes out, because I know with me being on the floor, it's hard for y'all to see like how you would with me at the desk. So I'll be sure to show y'all everything, okay? First card here is Temptation. And I'm trying to show it here because of the ring light, but Temptation is here. Actually not surprised by that card at all. I'll tell y'all more in a second. We have Balance that's here. And then we have Memories of Love that's here. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Material Harvest. Now, I will mention that Memories of Love came out in reverse. I usually don't take this deck in reversals because it's an oracle deck, but I am being told to take this in reverse because that's how it came out. So I'll speak on that momentarily. So let's go ahead and get into the storyline here with each one of these cards, okay? So the first card, like I showed y'all, is the Temptation card. And ironically enough, the reason why I said I'm not surprised is because the Temptation card is very similar to the Devil card in tarot. Now, with the Devil card, everybody kind of just gets like a little eerie or, you know, upset when that card shows itself because of the connotation of it. But the thing about it is the devil card is not necessarily a bad card. The devil card represents an energy of restriction, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, feeling restricted. It also represents an energy of addictions, being addicted to particular things, being addicted to, you know, a particular mindset, because a lot of the times Capricorn energy is set in their ways. Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. So just think about how a father is like set in his ways. What daddy says goes. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the energy that it gives when the devil card shows itself, because it is a card of like you're just rooted in place. Like, this is what it is. I'm not moving. I'm not wavering. I'm fixed on this, like, period. And that's the energy that it holds. So the fact that temptation is here and it represents the devil card, and the devil card is actually the representation of Capricorn in regular tarot, not surprised. Like I said, not surprised. Especially when the affirmation is saying that you're releasing yourself from something. So when you're so used to doing something, it's a little bit difficult to do that. It's harder to release yourself from different shackles. It's hard for you to, you know, shift and change when it comes to a particular mindset that you've always had, a particular way that you always move. It's difficult to do that, right? So again, not surprised that that's the first card that's coming out. But let's get some more messages here. Why is the temptation card showing itself for Capricorn season? Ooh, that flew out, huh? Oh, yeah. We have the Nine of Swords. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I can't. Hold on. We have the Nine of Swords that flew out, and it actually flew out in reverse. But the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is very similar to, well, it's not necessarily the same depiction as the Devil card, but it does hold somewhat of the same energy, because the Hierophant, y'all, look, I can't make it up. The Hierophant is here. Look, right up under that. What is that? I can't make it up. This energy is very, very strong. When I say Capricorns are strong and stubborn and stuck in their ways, they can be. And that's not always a bad thing, because it could, that can be used as a positive trait depending on the situation, right? But when it comes to the negatives, you know, of a Capricorn, the negative traits of a Capricorn, it can be detrimental, because it can be self-sabotaging in a way. Now, with the Nine of Swords coming out in reverse, this represents like a mental jail cell, so to speak, right? Because upright, this card represents you like you're losing sleep, because, you know, you could be overwhelmed, you could be anxious, you could be stressed out, you could be depressed, you know what I mean? Your brain is just on go mode. It's just constantly going about different things, right? But it's coming out in reverse, and this is indicating that this is the trait that you need to work on most. For a lot of you, you could really be going through a mental chaos right now. And that may not be for everybody's storyline, but for most people, it's really, you're in your head about a lot of different things. And because you're in your head, it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you trapped, right? Now, within saying that, with the Hierophant being on the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant represents leadership, okay? And we know Capricorns are leaders. It just is what it is. Capricorn energy is leader energy. They are the energy that people follow or want to embody because of the positive traits that they have, right? With this Hierophant showing itself, it also represents being stuck in a particular mindset or a particular way. If you look at the card, this is a priest, right? So it signifies leadership. It signifies, you know, somebody of high stature, right? But you have to think about a priest, think about a pastor, the things that they teach, the way that they are, they embody everything it is that they teach to the masses, right? So within saying that, it is very hard to move them. It's hard to sway them. It's hard to give them a different perspective on life, because they are set in a particular way. And being set in a particular way does what? Causes you to be trapped. It causes you to be trapped. It causes you to be stuck. It causes you to be bounded to a particular idea, a particular way of being, a particular mindset, right? And this is what you're being told to break out of. That's why this is in reverse. This is what you're being told to break out of. You want to be mindful of anything that tempts you to embody the same energy that you're trying to grow out of or that you're needing to break. Okay? And one of the things that is being highlighted is you comparing yourself to others, to other people's wins. This could be, and it could be something so similar, comparing your body to somebody else, comparing your wins to somebody else, comparing your house to somebody else, your car to somebody else, the way somebody, you know, handles situations, right? It's a difference. It's a difference being inspired or admiring and wanting to embody a positive trait of somebody else's, to constantly comparing yourself and nitpicking, or, you know, comparing yourself to the point of basically bringing insecurities upon yourself, if that makes sense. So this is what you're being told to break out of, which brings us to the second card, which is balance. Let's see why balance is here. Why is balance showing itself? Okay, we got two different cards here. We have the Hangman that just came out, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune that came out together. Now it's interesting because the Hangman is that same energy, y'all, being in your head, that mental conflict, that confusion. And how they say in religion, confusion is the devil's playground. So when you're confused, that keeps you stuck, that keeps you stagnant, that keeps you, you know, in place. It's hard to move forward because you're stuck in a particular mindset or, you know, a particular thought process or whatever the case may be. That's what this is representing. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, I actually want to get some clarification for that, because that with the Hangman is a very interesting combination. How's the Wheel of Fortune showing itself? Thank you. The Hermit is here. So a lot of y'all may have been in solitude during Capricorn season. So far, you may have been pulling your energy back and kind of sitting with self and trying to figure shit out, which is not shocking because we're in the new year, the start of the new year, and that's in Capricorn season. So naturally, that's how everybody starts the new year resolutions and things of that nature, because Capricorns are about getting shit done. Capricorns set their mind to something and they get it done. But on the flip side, Capricorn energy can also be very procrastinating. And that's hard to believe because it's Capricorn, but Capricorns can procrastinate. If they don't want to do something, they will literally wait to the very last second, the very last minute to get something done, right? But when they're operating in their highest vibration, they get it done so they don't got to worry about it. They just knock it out. A lot of y'all very well could have been in solitude or in hermit mode, trying to figure out what your game plan is, trying to figure out how you're going to move forward, trying to figure out what you want to accomplish and what you want to achieve in this upcoming new year and things of that nature. But within that is causing mental conflict because many of you have that rooted mindset of not being able to do certain things or constantly being pessimistic in whatever way. Okay, you could be pessimistic in many different types of ways. So whatever way you could be being pessimistic towards yourself or towards your own life, you make it make sense to you. But this is what's coming out. And with the Wheel of Fortune is letting you know that what goes around comes around. This is basically what it is. What goes around comes around. Whatever it is that you're feeding yourself is what's going to manifest. Whatever it is that you're feeding yourself is what's going to come out, right? This is literally what's here. So you want to find that balance. You want to make sure you find that balance. Because it's okay to like be in your head. That's natural, right? You could be in your head sometimes. You could be confused about different things or whatever the case may be, but you have to find that balance. And for you, finding that balance is going to be you going within that hermit mode energy and getting to the root of it all. What exactly are you trying to do? And if you feel blockages with whatever it is that you're trying to do or that you're trying to accomplish, it's time to get down to the root of what that blockage is. Why do you do this? Why do you speak this over yourself? Why do you feel this way about yourself? Why do you feel like this can't be done? It's time to get to the root of that, because you have to balance this shit out. This has to be balanced out because, like I said, confusion is the devil's playground. And you'll never be able to accomplish whatever needs to be accomplished if you can't even have clear thoughts in order to move forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the memories of love. Like I said, that's showing itself in reverse. And one thing about memories of love, you hear a lot of people hear love and they automatically think romantic connections. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about with this particular card. Memories of love is an energy of nostalgic feels. Okay, so this could be anything pertaining to your past, anything pertaining to whatever may have happened yesterday, anything pertaining to whatever may have stopped you from moving forward or accomplishing something. You understand what I'm saying? So it coming out in reverse is letting you know that whatever happened in the past was the past. Whatever kept you from moving forward was in the past. Now it's time to let go of said past and do what needs to be done, which is move forward. This is why this is in reverse. Too many of you are focusing on past things. And one thing about it, Capricorns can low-key hold a grudge. Okay? Whether it's a grudge over themselves, a grudge over a person, a grudge over a particular situation, they can low-key hold a grudge, because that's a lot of the times that's where the pessimism comes from. That's where the pessimism lies, because you're so focused on what was, what used to be, how things were. It's hard for you to move forward because your thought process is always on how things used to be. Capricorns aren't always good with change. And that's also why, you know, the devil is the representation of feeling stuck, because they are beings that are set in their ways. They're not always good with change, especially drastic change. Okay? They're not. Now, keep in mind, there could be somebody watching that's like, oh, well, I'm good with change. You might be a Capricorn sun, but you may have other placements in your chart that allow you to flow with change a little bit better. But for the most part, when we're talking about personality traits with Capricorn energy, change is not always on their to-do list, okay? So it's very easy for Capricorns to get stuck in a cycle. Like I said, this is a cycle. It's very easy for them to get stuck in a cycle because you're always focused on what used to be, how things used to be, how things were, how a person used to act, how a person used to be. So it's hard for you to see this person for who they are now. It's hard for you to see a situation for what it is now, whether it's negative or positive, because you're holding on to what used to be, the way things were in the past. It's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. And it doesn't mean that it can't change for the better. It doesn't mean that things have changed for the worse. But if you're constantly focusing on what was, you're always going to be stuck in a cycle. You're not going to be able to flourish in the way that you need to flourish, right? This is why it says, I release the desire to compare. Not only compare yourself to others, but compare your now to your past as well. You will never be able to move forward if you're constantly comparing everything. Okay? So let's see what else comes out for this. Look, not the Hermit again. The Hermit is out again. Because a lot of y'all are in Hermit mode. The Hermit represents Virgo energy. And Virgo energy is all about like the mental and things like that. We got Queen of Pentacles that just came out too. I'm sorry if it's a glare, you guys. There we go. Queen of Pentacles is out too. The thing about the Queen of Pentacles is, look how she's looking at this pentacle. Okay, this pentacle represents her current moment, the present moment, right? She is focused on the now. She's focused on the now. She's pouring into the now. The Queen of Pentacles is a very, a self-love type of energy. A very nurturing type of energy. That's the word I wanted to use. Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing energy because whatever it is that's in her focus right now at this moment in time is what she's nurturing, is what she's pouring into, is what she's speaking life over, is what she's praying for, is what she's manifesting. Whatever it is that's currently in her hands, she's treating it like a newborn baby because that's the type of nurture that it needs, right? She's not focused on what's going on behind her. She's not focused on the energy of the past. She's not focused on what anybody else may potentially be doing. She's focused on what's in front of her. This is what's in front of me. This is what matters to me right now. This is what I want to build. This is what I want to work towards. This is who I want to be with. This is who I want to grow with. This is what she's focusing on. Okay? And this is what you're being told to do. No more looking in the past, no comparing the past, okay? No comparing yourself to anything in the future. Not even in the future. No more comparing yourself to anything or anyone that's in front of you. No more, making yourself feel inadequate due to whatever it is that others may potentially be doing or growing or flourishing in, or whatever the case may be. Focus on what's in front of you. Because when you focus on what's in front of you and you nurture what's in front of you, that is what's going to flourish. But when you're focused on the past and you're focusing on what everybody else is doing, there's no growth there. There's only stagnation, which brings the pessimism. Okay? So keep that in mind as well. And like I said, the bottom of the deck, we have material harvest that's here. And clearly, from what I've seen, Capricorn energy, they have been in a chokehold for like the past 12 years, I believe. It might be 12, might be 20. I can't remember right now. Don't quote me. But somewhere along the lines, they have been in a chokehold. It's the, what signs is it? Capricorn, Cancers, and I think it's two other signs. One other sign and two other signs. They've been in a chokehold for years, okay? Now that cycle has ended, and a lot of Capricorns or anybody that has heavy Capricorn placements has filled like a weight being lifted a little bit. And that's because now it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to maneuver and to manifest and to make things happen for yourself. And this is why this energy is coming out in Capricorn season, because not only, like I said, everybody's affected by Capricorn energy right now. This is allowing you to move forward, and this is telling you, this is basically giving you the blueprint of how to do it, okay? If you don't want to stay stuck, if you don't want to stay trapped, if you don't want to be, have repeated cycles of things just constantly going in a circle of the, with the things that you don't like, this is what needs to be done. You need to focus on what's in front of you. Focus on what matters to you without comparison, without pessimism. And that's the only way that you're going to see yourself flourish in the ways that you need to. Not only in a materialistic way, because it says material harvest, so you can expect a lot of people to be gaining a materialistic harvest in some sort, right? But not only materialistically, this will help you grow in an emotional sense, a spiritual sense, a mental sense, all of those things, even in a physical sense. If you're one of those people that's really focused on your health right now, both internal and external, this is what you're being told to do. Focus on what's in front of you without comparison and pessimism, and you're going to be able to watch yourself flourish in ways that you didn't even think was possible. Okay, so this is what I have. This is what I have, all right? I hope that this message made sense to everybody that tapped in and listened. If you made it this far in the video, definitely go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Let me know that you enjoy this type of content, you enjoy this type of video, so I can make sure that I stay consistent with this for y'all. Also, if you enjoyed the vibes, definitely subscribe, okay? Like I said, I do these type of readings every single week, every single Tuesday. So be here to tap in for this, or be here to tap in for anything else that I offer going forward. I will be dropping an Aquarius season read fairly soon, because like I said, Capricorn season is getting ready to wrap up in like the next 2 weeks. So I'll be sure to be dropping that fairly soon. And I'm not sure what other ones to drop. So if you made it this far and you're interested in these type of readings, drop down in the comments and let me know what type of energy that you want. There's so many different type of energies that we could tap into. So if you made it this far in the video and there's something in particular that you want information on or whatever, drop it down in the comments, let me know, and I'll see if I can put that in my schedule for the rest of January. Yeah, put that in my schedule for y'all throughout the month of January, okay? So that's all that I have, y'all. I hope this message resonated with whoever it needed to resonate with. Thank y'all for tapping in, and most of all, thank you for trusting me with your energy. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in the next video, okay? Bye.